Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter to you all. Thank you for joining us today for our Easter service. I'm just waiting for the lovely Kate Green to join our service. As soon as she's in, I'll link her in. Thank you for watching. Hello, Chris. Morning, everybody, again. Thank you for watching today. If you're not watching today and you're watching it on replay, absolutely wonderful. Just seem to be having a little bit of a problem with Kate linking in at the moment, so bear with us in the meantime. Thank you, Jason. Yep, happy Easter Sunday. 2 seconds, just messaging the lovely Kate. Any minute now. Anyway. Oh. Hello, Kate. You are live.
Morning.
You are live.
Can you hear me?
Well, I'll throw that in there just in case. Absolutely wonderful you can join us, my lovey.
Yeah, nice to be here. Sorry, I'm late. Traffic was terrible. Are you all right?
Anyway.
Right, let me just move my camera. All right, okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
You get yourself sorted, my darling. Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant you're here. Thank you so much.
We
got quite a few logging in. We got up to 20 at the moment, so that's lovely. Don't forget this. Nothing. Listen, do not be frightened, all right?
It's very new for me. This is very new.
It's new for everybody, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the rest of the world. I had to laugh last night with Chris because I was let down at the last minute, and I tried a few friends, and one, I'm drunk. Another one. So you know who you are. Another one sort of like went into total terror, and I think they're still cowering under their kitchen table. But yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Absolutely.
I've just been. Yeah.
You'll be absolutely fine. So, without further ado, we will commence our service. Good morning. I can't answer everybody. Oh, morning, Ruby. I will make a special exception for Ruby, bless her heart. Morning, Ruby. Love you dearly. Oh, Jane Yiggett. Hi, Kate, from your fans at Bolton.
Oh, hiya, Jane.
So
I can't see any of the comments. I can't see them.
Probably just as well. Some of them are not very complimentary, love. I'm joking. They're all... Right, without further ado, we will commence our Easter Sunday service. So thank you, everybody who is watching now and watching at a later date. Special thanks to the lovely Kate Green joining us from her home. Hello, Kate. Lovely to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
And you, my darling. So if you'd like to join me now, we're going to split the service between Kate and myself at the moment because it's all new to everybody. We're all learning as we go along. So I'm going to be doing some of the parts the visiting medium would normally do. Absolutely fine. It does not matter. All right. You'll be up there like a pro. Trust me. So if you can just join me now in the opening prayer, please, everybody. Divine and infinite Spirit, we give thanks for every blessing and mercy we have within our lives, especially at this time, when our blessings, our understanding, our comprehension of everything is tested to its limit, with the daily news of those dear ones returning to spirit, with the effects felt in every facet of our life. It is even harder at this time to look within, to find those gentle blessings that we do have. And if we look, each and every one of us, into our lives at this time, we can find that positive outcome. We can find that positivity within and give thanks for what we have and not to dwell on what we feel lost to us at this time. And we give a special thanks too for this Easter Sunday, for this very apt time of resurrection. And we give thanks too for the knowledge and understanding that we live but one life. We are here for this time to experience that life within this presence, but our lives go on forever in one form or another. And now we ask that this service be blessed by your divine presence, that your love, even though through these uncommon means, may be felt by all those who take part, may be felt by all those who watch. And now we place everything in thine loving care and keeping, and may all that be said and be done in thy name, that which is eternal love. Amen.
Amen.
And if you'd like now to join together, please, in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Everybody, apologies. One of my cats has found her way into the studio today, and I can't get rid of her without running away and leaving. So if I suddenly duck down or scream because she's bitten me, just go with it. Now we will come to that part of the service. We send out healing, and goodness knows everybody across the whole world. You know, we've got to remember at this time, we are one. We truly are one. Yeah, this virus doesn't discriminate between prince and pauper, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. You know, we are one. We are all united in this one cause and this one understanding. So if you can just still your minds just for this time, to feel that healing energy blend, send out healing to those that we know. Ask for healing for yourselves also. There's nothing wrong with asking for healing. Yeah, it's not selfish. If we're not fit and proper, how can we help those around us? So we can just go into this healing time. Divine and infinite Spirit, we ask for healing now to be sent out and to be received also by all those that have a need in this world at this time. And now, as we go quietly into the music, help us to reflect and send out that love and compassion. For healing is but sending out our love. Amen.
Amen.
We thank you for the healing that has gone forth this day. Amen.
Amen.
Love, apologies. We've been joined by a guest.
I know, I saw walking behind you.
I can't deny my
I'm just
little
going to have to turn my camera this way. I can't really see.
feeling the this time as well, so please try and ignore the cat on my shoulder. We now go on to the reading for today. Very emotive time of the year, and obviously a very emotive time at this time. So I hope you enjoy the reading that I found. Please try and go along with the words now I'm going to speak. This is a story from a nun about resurrection. Once in a parish mission, when I was studying the scriptures with a large group, someone called out harshly, "Have you ever brought back someone from the dead?" I had been saying that life happens when we are interrupted, and that some of the most powerful acts of resurrection happen to the least likely people, that we are the people of resurrection and hope, called to live passionately and compassionately with others, to defy death, to forgive, and to bring others back into the community, to do something that is life-giving, that fights death and needless suffering. And then this challenge from the back of my church, my response was, yes. I went on to say, every time I bring hope into a situation, every time I bring joy that shatters despair, every time I forgive others and give them back dignity and the possibility of a future with me and others in the community, every time I listen to others and affirm them and their life, every time I speak the truth in public, every time I confront injustice, yes, I bring people back from the dead. Beautiful reading, absolutely lovely.
Amazing that. Yeah, it is.
Obviously, on the Christian faith, we celebrate in this time of year of the resurrection of Jesus, but resurrection is there every day in everybody's life. When we start walking the spiritual pathway, we become more and more understanding of that. And maybe sometimes we just need to sort of like recognize that as well. Every day is a resurrection. Every day is a new blessing. Every day is an opportunity. But an opportunity for what? This is the question. I was listening to the news this morning along with the rest of the world, and it's we can't dress it up. It's not good. It's awful, awful, awful. But there is the propensity for good. There is that resurrecting power to turn around what is all this negative and this heart-rendering news going on. There's millions of people across the world resurrecting that power. They are turning what is bad into good deeds. They've been given that opportunity to express the good deeds. It's something we've been going on in churches, in all religions, in spiritualism, for many, many years, trying to get this message over there. And it's so sad that we're having this time of this lesson, but it's there. We can't run away from it. We can't turn our back on it. We can put it to one side for a moment, and I suggest some of us do that, because otherwise it does have the power to overwhelm us. But yeah, it's looking into it and thinking, okay, what can I do? And one of the biggest things we can do, and I know I've said this before, is about being positive with things, and not dwelling on the negative side of things, because we're sending out, we are creators, each and every one of us. The more you become in the spiritual pathway of spiritualism or spirituality, it matters not, they go hand in hand. You know, you understand that, you know, we send out, we're constantly transmitting, yeah? We are constantly giving out these energies. And the ether, the etheric world around this physical world is sort of like a recording device, to put it into a simplistic way. And it picks up all these thoughts and stores them. And then it itself radiates out that. You know, if we go back in time, what seems like a lifetime now, but only a few short months, it was so negative. You know, everything, it was just all a drudge, wasn't it? It was, life was hard. You know, we had all the money, all right, fair enough. A lot of people filled their lives with trying to be like somebody else, or trying to live in the glory of somebody else's fame and fortune, you know, and not actually being themselves. And that was sad, because I saw that in a lot of people. But likewise, I saw in a lot of people, you know, bucking the trend, yeah, and being themselves and sending out that love and not dwelling on what is thought to be bad and wrong, but actually being active and going out there and doing things, being uplifting. And even we can all practice that each and every day. You know, everybody's on social media now. Everybody, every man and their dog are on social media. And it's amazing. People are putting out such lovely comments, and straight away you're getting the people going in, you know, my favorite term, the R-buts. Yeah, but what about that? Yeah, but what about that? You know, and I'm just like, leave it, you know, because if you can't send something good out, if you can't think good of something and look for the goodness in it, don't comment. You know, don't dwell on that negative side. We know it's there and it will be dealt with in its time. But now is not that time. Now is not to try and, you know, halt the good energy by just putting in a one-off blithe comment, you know, oh yeah, but what about so-and-so? There was a lovely comment from the Pope talking about spirituality and churches not being the buildings, but within, which was beautiful. I thought that was absolutely lovely. One of the things, those that used to come to the church here in its physical presence, we used to start saying at the end of the service, you know, yeah, we've got a beautiful church, we are fortunate, but the real church is the people in it. That is where the church is, because that's where everything emanates from. And you can be there in the highest temple, dripping in gold and jewels. The energy is created by the people within. And that is where it comes from. So each and every one of us carry our church within. And that is part of our resurrecting power. You know, we can take what is negative and turn it into positive. That is what resurrection's about. That's the spirit, to me. That is the spiritual message of the resurrection. You know, as spiritualists, we can read the Bible and understand from the accounts of the Easter time of what actually was going on. You know, we saw the physical manifestation of the Spirit of Jesus. Those of you who have been fortunate enough to go to physical circles and actually see a full apparition, a full presentation from Spirit, marvelous, absolutely wonderful, you know, and it's not only seeing it, it's that feel as well. You know, I've been privy a couple of times to see these demonstrations, and wow, yes, my physical eyes registering what was going on in front of me was amazing. But what was more amazing was the feel, the energy from it. It was, and I don't use this word belittlingly or casually, it was awesome. It Amazing, you know, and this is what the spiritualists will understand from the Easter message, from the Easter time. You know, that Jesus manifested himself in front of those to say goodbye, or to say, you know, this is what you got to do, this is how you're going to get on. And that's awesome. We can understand that. But that is that resurrecting power in one form. And practice that resurrecting power each and every day. Every day that we log on, you know, and look at the comments. If you can't say something good at this time, you know what? Don't say anything. You know, sorry, when people put out nice things, good things, you know, is that an invitation to be derogatory about it? No, it isn't. That's your own energy, you know, and it's stopping and being aware of that. And then saying, actually, why am I being like that? You know, everything that's going on is an opportunity for us to learn and to grow and to look at ourselves, you know, and this is what Spirit wants. Nobody wanted it to come around in this fashion. Nobody. But it's here. Yeah. And we deal with it. You know, if we all go along with that premise that I do very strongly, that we choose our life, we choose a time to be born into, we choose conditions that we're born into to enhance our spirit, because all we're going to take back with us is our lessons. So if you look at it in that light, we chose to be here at this time. Why? Start delving deep. Why would I ask to be born into this? Why am I here? Because that's always the big question. It's the shortest word in the dictionary, why, or one of the shortest words before anybody corrects me. Why? Yeah. And that gives birth then to that resurrection, that understanding, to that upliftment, and to finding out and to helping. And with that energy starting to go out more and more and more into the world. It will take time. It will take time. I know I'm, excuse me, I know I'm guilty of doing this, you know, and saying, but when this is over, you know, after this, yeah, we have got to look to the future, but we also got to live in the now. And we've all got to be here in the present and living this and understanding what's being presented to us and asking that question, why? And how can I resurrect from the ashes, for a term, something good? So, listening. Hello. So we've got a little song today, everybody. Bear with me because I need to do a little bit of jiggling about here. I have every admiration now for everybody that works within the media, because we have to find things, get it into a situation where we can actually use it. And here we go. So, those of you who've seen this before know it's a little bit old school, but not to worry. It works. So we have the songs. Sorry, I've got a line up here because I've only got half a screen today. That's wonderful. Okay, so I know roughly where I'm going. Music will start very shortly. I just need to switch channels. If you want to join in, great. If you don't want to join in, absolutely fine. Bear with me. I'm just switching over channels to get the audio out. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Keep freezing.
Sorry, dear.
Mine keeps freezing.
Don't worry about that. Just go for it.
Right.
All right? Because
Okay.
now we're going to over to the lovely Kate. So without further ado, lovely Kate Green. Thank you, Kate.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for having me. How is this working? Are you choosing the names to pick up?
Yeah, I can do. If anyone's got a question, absolutely fine. Please ask it.
Right.
Feel like you're picking anything up, just give it off. All right. Something happened with Chris the other day. It was quite interesting. He could see the comments, and he was working with somebody, and they were quite slow on getting back, and it was stalling him. And I just put a message. I stuck my aprons in and just said, "Go for it." Yeah. So just say it, because you may not get the immediate confirmation. That's absolutely fine. Trust me, the messages are getting out there and they are getting received by the people that need it.
All right, so you're not putting, I thought you were putting them on the screen, or you're not? No.
If I get a question, by all means, but if you get any mediumship coming through, just go for it. Yeah. So
Right, okay.
get your
feel
tool.
like
Go on.
I feel like I do have somebody's mother here in the spirit world, and I know she's coming. As she connects to me here, she just keeps shouting the name of Bertha, but I also want to connect this to the name of Linda here. And I feel like this person may be watching, because I know I've got her dad coming through also, and he's coming through on a love vibration and just wants to let him know that he's around. He is telling me that he passed very, very quickly, did this dad, and I know that I want to come around the heart area is what I'm being made aware of. He's telling me that he is from Kent and that he used to live there as a young boy. Can anybody connect me there? Because I feel like I've got to connect with somebody on the feed.
No one's coming forward just at the moment, but
right, bear with me here. I know the name of Linda connects, and I can also connect it to the name of Jane also. That sticks in my mind, that came up. I want to come around the month of October, and I know I can come to around the 26th there for a birthday here now. I also want to acknowledge where the name Annette is connected to. Okay, that's fine. Just bear with me 1 minute, because they're taking me down the street here, and I know either side of these streets is semi-detached houses. But behind the semis on the left-hand side, I know it's there's like a bit of a wood, and they keep taking me down here. I know as I go further down this street, I'm coming to a roundabout, a mini roundabout, and that's where they're taking me. And I know this is connected to whoever this person is on here. So I have to connect there as well. All right, that's fine. They're talking about 2 young children with them in the spirit world who I do feel pass very, very early, and I have to connect them with them. I also want to take them to, which is unusual because they're bringing me back up here, and I want to come to Macclesfield. Macclesfield as well is connected there. Just 1 second. Right. Now, whoever this it's very odd not getting any feedback, isn't it?
We're learning, yeah.
It's very odd. Right, I want to say whoever this person is, then I know in the last 3 digits of the phone number is 289. I can connect that there as well.
Right.
Okay. I want to talk about a lot of connections up north actually, but I feel like the family are from down south, but I keep wanting to come back up here. So I know I've got connections there also. Okay. Now I'm just asking him for a little bit more information. I'm just going to jump to the mum energy. She is telling me, this lady, that she did pass with a cancer condition. And I know I want to come around the stomach area there with her. I can tell here that this lady went off her legs very, very quick. And I know she passed in a hospital setting. Now she's giving me, I'm not sure if it's the name of a ward or it's just connected, but I want to talk about B3. That's what I have to talk about. Okay. And I'm going to leave that link there, else I could go on all day because there's more family coming in.
That's fine.
So I'm going to leave that link there and leave them with the love.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay.
Very quickly, Kate.
Yeah.
The other day, I had information come through, gave it, nobody, fine, fair enough. Somebody watching it on replay
Yeah.
and actually sent me a photo of something that I talked about.
Right.
So, you know what? Us as mediums, and this is for everybody to try and understand what's going on now, you know, we're always taught to trust, aren't we? Well, we're having the ultimate lesson now in trust.
Yeah.
We know we're not making this up. We know we're working exactly the same way as we used to work with people in front of us. That part has changed, but we still trust spirit. You know, that we know how subtle they work. We know how ingenious they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do your mediumship. Trust.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll get my next link there. Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. So I know I've got somebody's nana here from the spirit world. Am I going too fast, Lawrence?
No. You work at your speed.
Okay. Yeah, it goes fast for me. So I know I've got somebody's nana here in the spirit world. I know she's quite a feisty personality, and I know with her as well. There'd be a few choice words. That's the way she would speak. I also know this lady wants to connect with her grandson here on the earth plane, who she is telling me is having a lot of trouble at this moment in time in regards to telling people how he really feels. So I know she's acknowledging them, and I have to give him her support there. Okay. I know this lady's passing went on for probably longer than she wanted it to. That's what I'm very aware of. And I know that she just wants to let them know she's all right and that she's at peace and she doesn't have any pain. That's what she's acknowledging. Now, whoever this person is, whoever this grandson is here now, I know I've got a sister that I have to connect to on the earth plane also. But I want to talk about mum as well, who I do feel this is her mum. So it will be the nana there. Okay, that's fine. Now I keep searching in the energy for a granddad and I can't see one. So that tells me that they're either separated or there's something went on there in the family beforehand. So I have to acknowledge that now. I know there's connection to like being outside in fields and I want to be there all the time. And I feel this is going back quite a long way too. Okay. Now there is some connection with this lady to I want like a blanket that has been made that she left behind here. So I know I want to acknowledge that as well. And I don't feel it's all of it. I just feel like there's parts that she made that went towards this. And I also know that whoever this person is, there's some T-shirts that they've still got as a child that she would have bought. That's what she's acknowledging. And one is a yellow one. One is a yellow one. So I know I have to acknowledge that. Okay. Just a minute. She won't let me get away from this T-shirt here. Okay, so now I've got something on the front of it here. So now it's yellow and I've got blue writing around the front in a circle, and that's what she's acknowledging as well. Can't see the writing, or else it'll be really, really good, but I can't see it. So I have to acknowledge that as well. All right. Okay. Now the year 1980 is very significant with this lady. Usually for me that's like somebody's born in that year, so I have to acknowledge that year is very important to her. And I know, okay, she keeps talking about Karen. I also want to acknowledge the name of Lynn, but then I want to come to Rosalind as well. And them names are here. I have to acknowledge them here on the earth plane. The name of James is very significant to this lady going back in the past with it. And I know I can shorten that to Jimmy. Right, the 1st of December, she keeps giving me as a date, so I know I have to give that date as well. And Valentine's Day will be very significant to her. Now, there's something to do with, it's not the name, it's the flowers. So I have to give daisies. So I have to give daisies there, and I feel like there's some significance to her. Bear with me 1 minute, because she keeps, I want to come, okay, I want to come to like a place of rest, and she's acknowledging when either the headstone's gone up or the ashes have gone down. I don't know, to be fair, but she's talking about a lot of daisies appearing afterwards. You know, like afterwards there was a lot where she is, and that's what she's acknowledging as well. So no, I can connect there too. Okay, and I know right, she's taking me around just before I close this connection here. I know she's taking me around to the age of 12 for this grandson here, and I just have to say she's very, very proud of him and what he's achieved and what he knows. When we're talking about resurrection and changing the life, I know this person has, and she just wants to say that he's done very well for himself, and she's very proud of him, and that's what she wants to say. So I'm going to leave that connection there with the love. Thank you. Okay. Right.
Go on, you're not getting off that easy.
I know. I thought I were clocking out. Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me when to stop, Lawrence. Right, okay. I've got somebody's dad here from the spirit world, and I know as this dad comes forward, he's very, I want to say he's very straightforward in his personality. I also know he's very tall, and I want to say there was a side to him that people may have took the wrong way. That's what I'm acknowledging. I also feel it could be quite serious at times because he had to be. And I feel like there's some army connections within the family, not just him, within the family. And I feel like I'm spilling out onto brothers, sons, things like that. That's what I have to acknowledge with him. He is with his wife in the spirit world, obviously, who is the mother to this son here. And I know she just wants to come in to bring a lot of love and support too. These people are very spiritual. Very spiritual. And I know Dad had a very strong belief in God before he went to the spirit world, because he's telling me it was very easy for his transition to get over to the spirit world with the way of his thinking, really. But I do have to acknowledge that, you know. Okay. Is this you, Lawrence?
I think it is. Yeah.
You just took me to the road on your church then.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
But do you know why your dad is taking me to the end of your road? You know, on the corner where the B&B is, that's where I want to be stood.
Yeah.
He keeps taking me there, and I feel like as I'm stood there, I'm waiting for somebody to either pick me up or I'm waiting for something there. So I know there's some connection to the corner of that road there, because I feel like he's going somewhere. Okay. Now I know.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay. He wants to talk about the things that you've still got belonging to him, and one of them is a tie. He keeps talking about his tie. Now I feel like, Lawrence, in the last few days, you've either been thinking about putting it on to do a service online and representing Dad, and he'd like you to do that. And I feel quite emotional as he brings that in, because he's very, very proud of you. Very proud of you. I also know with your dad, I want to say his hearing. There was something going on with his hearing, but mainly his right ear. That's what I'm sensing with him. But I feel also there was something going on with his heart before he passed to the spirit world. Does that make sense to you?
Perfect sense.
Keeps taking me around there. Okay. And do you understand where there would have been talk about either having a pacemaker or something to help his heart there? Because he's just making me aware of the electrical pulses. That's what he keeps talking about. Does that make sense to you?
No, I can't pick up on that bit. The heart thing was, I always said Dad died with a broken heart because he went
Broken heart.
after Mum.
Right, okay. So that makes sense with the electrical pulses, and that's
Yeah,
why it's showing
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I just interpreted that wrong. Okay. Now, do you understand where you're named after somebody?
yeah.
I feel like you're named after somebody because they just showed me two names there. And I know a lady called Margaret comes forward as well who wants to connect to you. Now, everybody has a Margaret, so I'm never
Yeah.
happy with that. But I just know this lady is a very lovely lady as she's coming forward. And I do feel like she's connected to the family, but she's also a friend. That's what
Yeah.
I'm sensing as well. I also know she is very spiritual too. She's very spiritual. And I would say, very, very opinionated about it as well. Do you understand this? I
Oh,
know
yeah.
this lady.
You're brave talking to her.
This is quite funny because what she's showing me is sitting in a service, watching a medium who's not ready to go on. Do you understand? And she's talking about things like that. I used to sit there and I used to say they're not ready to go on, or they're not doing it right, or there's something they're not understanding. They're not understanding. It's much more than a message. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
It's much more than just giving people messages. It's about the connection. It's about feeling it. It's about actually knowing yourself. That's what she's talking about. Okay. So this lady would do that. Now, I want to place her in your church. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I want to place her in your church, and I feel like she will come, and I know she will talk to you after about the mediums who have just been on. Do you understand this? Because this lady had so much knowledge. She knew all about it, and I would say if she hadn't tried to be a medium, she could have easily have been one.
She was. She was.
Yeah, very, 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 very strong connection to the spirit world. Knew exactly what she was talking about. So I
Yeah.
know she just wants to acknowledge what you're doing and said, okay. She's just said that she's glad that you're still getting around and people can still go to a service online. That's what she's talking about as well. Okay.
Good.
Bear with me 1 second before I leave this link. She keeps showing me her shoes here, and there's some reason for this. Do you understand? That's very bizarre. Do you understand this lady, when she used to come to your church, either used to change her shoes, and put slippers on. There's something to do with that.
No, it's not with the church. She swore blind. Her son, Michael, went to spirit before her,
Right.
needed a new pair of slippers. And she said, and I went into my wardrobe and there was a brand new pair of slippers. And she said, and I
Oh,
was Michael. So yeah, the slippers is poignant. Yeah, because she said,
right.
that Michael apported the slippers in for me.
Slippers for her. Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah,
No,
it's
no,
not weird.
I have to give you that there as well. Okay. And there must be something to do with the time, 4 or 6. So I don't know if you've seen it all the time or that time is very significant to you, but she's just left that with me there. So I know I
Okay,
have to give that to you as well. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that link, Lawrence, and thank you very
beautiful.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Am I up next one?
Eh? Well, have
Am
you
I up
got
next
another one, or I've got a question here if you want?
I'll take a question if you want.
Okay. Can you see that on the bottom of your screen? It'd be very.
No, I can't. Too small.
Okay. From Paula Freya. Kate, can you say a bit about our isolation from others' energies at present? Will they be enhanced when we come back together in terms of healing, etc.?
So what they're asking is if the healing energies will be enhanced.
Well, I think she's going on a broad spectrum here. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Paula, but she's sort of putting it in the context of, if we ever went away before and we went to somewhere lonely and isolated to go within, that when we came back, we could feel things more. And she said
Yeah.
it's going to be like a general thing. When we used to do retreats, we go away for a retreat to sort of like recharge. She's asking, is this sort of like a global retreat in a way?
Right.
Be different when we can start mingling again?
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit put off. He's knocking at the door while I'm doing this.
Wow. So that's a sound none of us hear.
I know. Okay. I'm gonna have to leave you 1 second. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
Shout out if you want help. Well, nobody expected knocking at the door. So bear with us, please, just while lovely Kate's sorting out. Yeah, a few people are messaging in. They are picking up on the evidence. Something actually with the this new way of working. Sometimes we, as mediums, get a little bit of evidence, and we may put it over in the wrong way. Example: rose. Yeah, we may say, "Oh, I've got a rose here," as in the name of rose. There's a special significance with rose, the plant, or they rose up. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, if you're listening to any of these messages and you think, yeah, I can take nearly all of that, but there's a couple of things I can't, don't discount it because of the things you can't. It may just be a slight misinterpretation on our behalf. You doing all right, darling?
Yeah, sorry about that delivery.
That's all right. Ooh. Woo. Yeah, so
Okay.
getting back to Paula's question about, you know, we're living this time in isolation, you know,
Yeah.
you think that once we can start going out mingling again, are we going to feel that shift in our energies and our comprehension of everything and the way we express those energies?
Yeah, I feel more than likely. I feel more than likely we are, but it's about your own control and how you want to feel those energies. Certainly, we need to be sending healing energies to everybody at this moment in time who needs it. But when we do get back together, it's just a case of, you know, when you've been isolated for so long, it's very hard to socialise again, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
very hard because I did it for a long time, and I don't want to go into my personal stuff, but when I was ill and I'd had an operation, I was in for a very long time, just me and my mum. So when you got back to talking to people, you didn't know what to say,
yeah,
and that's the main thing. But I feel like when we do come back together, there will be like strong connections, and maybe we can pick up where we've left off. But they certainly need to change things. We certainly need to change how things were working, don't we?
very much.
And feeling energies off other people as well. That's going to be quite difficult, isn't it? So really, it's just about your own control and working on yourself really while we're locked up. You know, working on your own spirituality and how to control those emotions. You know. So yeah, more than likely, but it's about yourself.
Yeah,
About yourself.
yeah. Very true, because I had a period also through illness where I was away from society for a long
Yeah,
and I know that what was it? I walked into a shopping centre and I couldn't cope because I've been
no,
in for so long. Suddenly, being among a lot of people, I've just like, whoa, put this down, put this down. So, yeah, we are going to see a difference. But one of the
it
nice,
is very true that.
yeah,
Mm,
one of the nice things we can exercise to maintain that link and to keep that positivity out is when you're out and about, say hello to people. You know,
yeah,
I do it, and especially if I see somebody elderly and on their own, I say, "Hello, are you all right?" You know, and it's just that
yeah,
giving. So it's maintaining that physical link with people and speaking, but also you're working in that positive vibration as well. You know, if they answer you, great. If they don't answer you, great. That's their issue. I always say what you give out is your energy. What other people do with it is their energy. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Lovely question, Paula. Thank you.
yeah.
No other questions. We're all very quiet this morning. Yeah, oh, hello. We have got a question here. Claire Cambridge. Lovely, Claire. I've become quite introverted also during this stage, connecting with spirit more through automatic writing. How interesting.
Oh, I like automatic writing. It's a
Yeah,
very good way of working with them, isn't it? Actually, when I do a lot of readings, I write a lot because when they bring the information, it's quite fast for me, so I don't want to miss anything. You know, it's really important that we get the right information across that Spirit wants to bring. People seem to forget that, you know, they want to give a message to somebody, But it's what about the spirit world? They must be, you know, they must get so frustrated if we're missing things and we're not going to the right person, not saying the right thing. So yeah, I do think automatic writing, it's a good way of working. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you can keep it.
Yeah.
You can retain that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
You know, because quite often, you know, we'll give off something. You must have done it with services. You give off your philosophy, and you come down afterwards. People say, "Oh, that was lovely when you spoke about so and so," and you're like, "I haven't got a clue." Yeah, sorry, it was of that time. It's gone. Yeah, very interesting. I do like automatic writing as well, and it is something a lot. Just try. It's not going to work like with all spiritual gifts. Don't expect an instant result. All right, it's not just add water and there you go. It does take time, and it's not for everybody. You know, I always say we are all mediums, and how that mediumship unfolds is entirely up to our own gifts. It could be through inspiration, it could be through talking, through being a listening ear, it could be through doing stuff, it could be through this form of mediumship in the communication. Healing, biggest fault, you know, we talk about phrase often used, and I always go when they say mediums and healers. Healers are mediums. They are channeled through energy, you know. Mediums, we are healers when we work, because we're not only working for those sat in front of us or those watching us here, also working for those from beyond, you know. Always put it over in the way that right, say you've had a really bad row with somebody, yeah, and that was it, and you parted on really bad terms and everything, and then one of you are taken to spirit. I want to apologize. I'm in spirit and I want to apologize. I just want to say, listen, I'm sorry. I wish I'd said it on earth, but I never got, you know, with my own pride stopping me. That's healing, you know, from spirit. When spirit talk to us, they are healing. They are healing. They're not even giving us healing, but they are healing themselves. And that's the, you know, the biggest divine right of all creation, is to be able to give healing in whatever form it's needed. So, yeah. Mary Ireland, yeah, she's just confirming that she was isolated for a while and she found it difficult to return to the normal things. There's a few other comments coming in there. Yeah, absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely. Kate, you've been an absolute star. I've got you a booking here in Totton if you want one. Thank you, Tony. There's a £50 fine at finder's fee for that Tony Chalice. Cheeky monkey. Yeah, questions seem to have dried up.
Okay.
Beautiful service, Kate. Thank you so much. How did you feel?
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for having me. This is my resurrection today.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was so nervous about doing it online, because there's a lot of things you keep to yourself and people don't know. Some people don't know what you do. So, you know, it's like a resurrection for me. But anyway, done it. I've done it.
Yeah. You've done it and you've done well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tony Chalice, that's fine. Need a number, please. Tony, I will pass on your details to Kate and leave it up to her if she contacts you, all right? So stop pestering me. You naughty boy. Kate, beautiful service.
Okay.
So much.
Thank you.
Before we leave, if we can go into the closing prayer, please.
Yeah.
Divine and gracious Spirit, we give thanks for this service today. We give thanks for that evidence, that information, that love and upliftment. But most of all, we give thanks for the healing acts that have gone on throughout this service. Be they big or small, it matters not. Everything, every reason, every energy going out has reason and purpose. Our job is just to share and give off that energy and receive also. And we ask a special thanks and a special blessing to all those engaged in the art of care at this time. May they be given that energy, that compassion, that love, upliftment and fulfillment, that they are doing truly what they are born to be here for. And we give thanks that our communities and our countries and our world has many dedicated to giving that healing balm at the time when needed most. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
Go and unpack your delivery now.
Pardon?
You can go and unpack your delivery now.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Hope it wasn't ice cream, it melted. Thank you ever much. Thank you very much, everybody who's joined us live. Thank you very much, everybody who will view this at a later date. Please keep looking after yourselves, keep happy, keep smiling, and keep in. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.